Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Legendary video. Today we're going to be doing our unboxing and overview. It's kind of like of the Black Panther set. Sorry, it's a little like coloring's kind of weird. It's just the lighting. It's fine. We're going to be doing our unboxing and overview of the Black Panther set, so I haven't even opened it yet, so let's go ahead and crack this open. As of right now, I still don't know the other mastermind villain group and hero. The other hero, because we know that it's, although that looks like Shuri maybe is a Black Panther. I think we knew Shuri was in there. I know Storm, I know Okoye, I know T'Challa, and I think Shuri maybe. So there's at least one hero that I don't know in the other mastermind and villain group. We know Killmonger. So let's take a look here. So before we get to the cards, we'll throw that over there. So we've got our rule set here. You can pause and read that if you'd like. And then we'll kind of go over the keywords. Looks like they're all returning keywords. Well, most of them. The ambush and the putting the wounds on the villains are new. So we have ambush abilities on heroes. So when a hero enters with this in this example is yellow ambush ability enters HQ, you may use that ambush ability. You have a yellow hero. As always, you have a yellow hero as one you've played or one that's in your hand or artifact you can control. So there's that. Putting wounds on villains. To do this, put a wound onto the villain from the wound stack or from the KO pile. A villain gets -1 for each wound, -1 attack for each wound on it. When that villain's defeated or leaves the city, return all the wounds to the wound stack. So like I said in the preview video, if you're doing a scheme that involves a limited number of wounds leaving the wound deck, or you KO wounds, and you can defeat a villain with wounds on it, you can put them from the KO pile, so you don't have to take from that stack like Legacy Virus. You can take from the KO pile, put them on there, and then when you defeat the villain, they go back, and it kind of helps circumvent that evil wins condition. We've got multi-class heroes we knew about. They came from Secret Wars, so they can be more than one color. We have empowered, so that's back from Ant-Man. So you get +1 attack for each hero of that color that you're empowered by from the HQ. Let me kind of see what's going on with the light here. And then we have Throne's Favor, which is back, which is just like a little token or something. And if you have Throne's Favor, you can redeem it for things. Villains can take it, the Mastermind can take it, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's crack into these. Let's go with this stack first. Actually, we're going to do that. Maybe? Possibly? Okay, here we go. So, and usually when they do these, I think that the heroes are split up. Okay, so like part of one of the heroes won't be in this stack. So let's set that over there. Okay, so we've got Okoye, we've got Princess Shuri, Queen Storm. So maybe some of the things are there. King Black Panther. This artwork is so cool. Okay, so let's open this up and we'll go through all the heroes first, and then we'll go through everything else. I can get this open. But man, this artwork is really good. This is, between this and the Doctor Strange stuff, the artwork is, they've been killing it on the artwork. Which honestly, like, I would be okay with the MCU stuff more if they took like an artistic liberty to the screenshots. Like they do the screenshots, but it'd be cool if they did artwork for it. Kind of like Alien and Predator and Matrix, like the upcoming Matrix. Legendary, like it's stuff like that looks like the movies, but they take it. There's an artistic interpretation of it that I really enjoy. Okay, there's it's Claw. Okay, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Which they have a sick thing for him there. We have Killmonger. It's Enemies of Wakanda is one villain group, and then the Killmonger group. White Wolf. Oh snap. Okay. We have White Wolf. Interesting. Oh, and there's Okoye's rest of her cards. Okay, so we'll take it out of that one last. Let's start with the man himself, Black Panther. So we're gonna take a look at his first common here. which is going to be Unseen Protector. He's yellow and red. Ambush for the, I guess is the Wakanda. Is it Wakanda as the, I don't know if that's like the group per se. So yeah, we'll just say Wakanda. The Wakanda symbol, ambush, rescue a bystander, and then gain Throne's favor. You already have it. Spend it for 2 recruit. It's pretty good. It's a 2-cost card, so that's always nice. His other common is going to be Vibranium Claws. It's blue. It's yellow and blue, or sorry, yellow and black. Ambush for yellow. You get +2 attack. Play a yellow hero. Gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it for 2 attack. This might be really fun with X-23, because I think a lot of her, she's got red, but she's red, yellow, and black, so she would actually maybe a good team synergy there. We have this uncommon here, which is going to be heart-shaped herb. It's green and red. Ambush red, look at the top card of your deck, draw it or KO it, and then play a red hero, gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to look at the top card of your deck and draw it or KO it. So you kind of get that effect either way. And then finally we have Unite the Tribes of Wakanda. It's blue and green. Ambush, you get +1 attack for each hero class you have, which is really cool. And actually, I think amongst everything, he's got every other hero class, so that's really great. So he could be 10. Dang. And then he's 5+ attack, and then his ability is, if you play a Wakanda hero, gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to get +1 attack and +4 recruit for each hero class you have. So you get the ambush effect, and you do the Throne's favor effect, and you have all hero classes. He's 15. Is that right? That would be crazy. Okay, that seems like he's going to be really fun. And this artwork's amazing. All right, so let's take a look at Storm. So you have Queen Storm of Wakanda. Our first common is Hurricane Winds. This is red. You may move a villain to an adjacent city space. If another one's there, you can swap them. And if you play a red hero, you're empowered by red. So it's pretty straightforward. And she looks like she keeps that ability from her other versions. We have Torrential Downpour. She's blue. Ambush, blue, you get empowered by blue, and then if you play a blue hero, you get empowered by blue. So same thing there. And I'll have to read the rules if there is something about stacking those abilities. That seems like it would work really well. We have Forked Lightning. It's red and blue. Wound villains on the rooftops and bridge. Play a red and blue hero, gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to wound the villain twice. No, mastermind twice, sorry. Wound the mastermind twice. And then finally, her rare is Thunderous Tempest. 5+ attack. Uh-oh. What's happening there? Choose up to 3 heroes in the HQ. I don't know what's happening there. Choose up to 3 heroes in the HQ. Put them on the bottom of the hero deck. Gain. Okay, so that way you can kind of empower, kind of move the deck around so you can empower better. And then if I play a Black Panther hero or Wakanda hero, gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to get empowered by red, then get empowered by blue. So I wonder if that means that if you have, rather than being powered by red and blue, because these would count for 1. This counts for 2 in that instance, because you're getting powered by red first, so you go through all the reds, then you go through all the blues. This happens to be both. Rather than if it's and, they count as 1. That's the way I interpret that. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go with Princess Shuri. We have Vibranium Experiments, so I bet a bunch of her cards will be tech, yeah. Play a black hero, or ambush for a black hero, draw a card, and then you can draw a card, play a black hero empowered by black. She might be good with Stature too, because Stature will have a lot of that draw and a lot of the tech stuff, so they might team up really well. I'm trying to just think of this fun hero combinations with some of these and how they'll interact with other characters. We have her other common, which is Komoyo Beads, and in this case, this is black and blue. Empowered by the color of your choice, getting recruit instead of attack. So that's pretty cool. You can kind of choose, and it kind of works out because you can, with the multi-class stuff, it always works out really, really well. We have Shocknet. This is blue. 3+ attack or uncommon. You may put a card from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck, and then you can empower by the color of your choice. So that's really great. And then finally, we have Become the Next Black Panther, which is that mean anything. It's yellow. If you play a Wakanda hero this turn, each card entering the HQ also has ambush. If you have any cards that share a color with this, you get +2 attack. So that'll be really cool. It's like, you know, kind of like uniting the tribes. Like as the people come in, you're getting them on your side. So, all right, let's take a look at Okoye. We've got her first one, which is To My Last Breath. Ambush, draw a card. And then if yellow hero, you may draw a card and get +1 if you do gain a wound. So she may have something to kind of deal with wounds. And looking at her colors, they're all black and, or I'm sorry, not black. They're yellow and green. And Hulk is yellow and green from the base set, who deals with wounds. So some synergy there. Her other common is Lead the Door Malage. You may gain a shield officer, and then if you play a green hero, instead you may KO shield officer or gain a wound from your hand or discard pile to get +2 attack. So then this gets you a wound for you to KO it for the 2 attack. We've got Sovereign Bodyguard. We've got here once per turn when a player gains a wound, you may reveal this card to return that wound to the wound stack, draw a card, and wound a villain. And then finally we have Direct Agents of Wakanda, which have a lot of people on here that I don't know who they all are entirely. 4 attack. If you play a Wakanda hero, you may KO a shield hero or a wound from your hand or discard pile to gain 2 attack. So that's pretty straightforward, but it helps you deal with the wounds. She'll be really fun with the Hulk from the base set for sure. So we'll have to, like, it's funny because these obviously will work together, but I'm kind of thinking about how they're going to synergize with the other cards. All right, and finally we have White Wolf. So here we have Secret Assignment, red, ambush, wound the mastermind for red, and then if any villain or mastermind has any wounds, you get +2 recruit. The second common is going to be black, cloaking ambush. Ambush for black, wound a villain. Play a black hero, wound a villain. So that's kind of his deal, looks like. Next we have command Hatut Zaraz, or is it Zaraze? Wakanda hero ambush, you may KO one of your cards. Wakanda hero, if a villain or mastermind has any wounds, you may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. And then finally his rare, which is going to be reflective vibranium armor. We have it's 4 attack, play a black hero, or ambush for black hero, wound each villain and the mastermind. And then if a master strike were to occur, you may reveal this card to KO that strike and wound the mastermind instead. Okay, that's awesome. I like saying no to master strikes. So that's cool. I like that. Okay, let's take a look at the masterminds first. And we know we have Killmonger, so we're going to take a look at Killmonger here. So we have 5 attack. While Killmonger has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to his attack to wound him and get +1 recruit. So you pay 5 attack, wound him, get a recruit. Pay 4 attack, wound him, get a recruit. Pay 3 attack, wound him, get a recruit, so on and so forth. And you're paying attack, you're not attacking him. So if it's a turn you have a wound you want to get rid of, you pay the attack to do that, but then you can still KO the wound because you're not fighting anybody. He always leads Killmonger's League, which makes sense. Then his master strike is each player reveals 4 different hero classes or gains one of the wounds on Killmonger. Any player who can't must discard down to 4 cards. So that means that in the case that he has 1 wound and there's more than 1 player, if there's less wounds on him than players, the players who can't take a wound will have to discard. Or in solo, if there's no wounds on him and this comes up and you don't have the 4 classes, you discard down to 4. Now, I always forget this, but we're going to look at his epic side. I always forget when this happens. So we have epic Killmonger. Well, Killmonger has more than 0 attack. You cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to the attack to wound him, plus get 1 recruit. When you fight him, each other player gains 1 of his wounds. Ooh. Each of the player gains 1 of his wounds. Okay, so any extras just go to the KO pile. Because that'd be kind of rough if they had 6 wounds and then you fight him and you get them all solo. Okay, and then it says master strike, each player gains a wound. Gain them from Killmonger's wounds if possible. So he makes it to where he can't really be. It's hard for him to get fought over. He's only worth 4 victory points, so that means that piercing energy would be relatively easy against him. So if Altar of Resurrection, his first tactic here, the player to your left chooses a non-henchman from the victory pile that enters the city with a wound on it. Then the player on your right does the same effect. In solo, you do both, of course. Next, we have Throw from the Waterfall. Draw 2 cards, and each other player discards a card. So in this case, we would draw 2 and then have to discard 1 in solo. Which is nice, it kind of accommodates that, because otherwise you draw a card, discard a card, it would kind of be terrible. Because it'd be the card you drew, more than likely, because you're playing everything by the time you fight him. Fight each player with no Killmonger attack, and their victory pile gains a wound that is on Killmonger. You have this tactic, so you won't gain a wound. That's good. Make sure for that. So you're fine in solo. You're fine basically for that one. That doesn't do anything. And then finally, a scar for every kill. You get +1 attack for each non-henchman villain, or +1 recruit for each non-villain henchman in your victory pile. So that's Killmonger. He looks like a lot of fun. I really like what they've been doing in these sets with how they've changed the mastermind fight. You've got the ego thing, which changes quite a bit. I don't know why it's so unfocused there. You've got these wounds here. They kind of did it with the astral plane stuff with Doctor Strange. So I really like the kind of change that they're doing with some of the ways you fight stuff. They really mix it up and change it up and make it interesting. Now the question is, when is a dice going to get involved? Because I'm sure at some point there's going to be dice involved, because you're running. I mean, you can only do some. I mean, we've pretty much used everything. A coin and a dice would be coming into play at some point. So okay, first villain, his name is Venom with 2 M's. 9 attack. Holy cow. Ambush, wound Venom. Each player may discard a card to wound Venom again. And then escape. Choose which player to gain each of Venom's wound, dividing them as evenly as possible. So it's 2 of those. Then we have Baron Macabre. Ambush. A villain from your victory pile enters the city. Wound that villain. Then wound Baron Macabre a number of times equal to that villain's victory points. So you could, if it's a big villain, you're making him small. Like Venom's 4, so that's knocking him down to 1 attack. We have Malice. Ambush, return a wound from the mastermind in each villain to the wound stack. While Malice has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight her. Instead, you may spend an attack equal to her attack to wound her and rescue a bystander. So kind of like Killmonger, you're going to continually spend attack every time to make that a little better to fight. And then finally we have Prey with 2 Y's. This artwork is so dope. Ambush, each player reveals a yellow hero or gains a wound that was on the mastermind or villain. While Prey has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to him to wound him, draw a card. So really, you could probably get rid of him pretty easily, especially with the draw effect. Okay, so let's take a look at Claw. And this Claw artwork is so good. Man, this is so good. So we've got here, he's 8+ attack. Claw is double empowered by the color of his sonic frequency. He always leads enemies of Wakanda. And then Master Strike is put the top card of the hero deck next to Claw as a sonic frequency, putting any previous frequencies on the bottom of the hero deck. Each player must reveal a card that shares a color with it or gain a wound. So take a card, you have to share 1 color with it. So if he takes a double colored card, you just have to do 1. And then he gets double empowered by that. So he'll be very challenging to fight because we have so many multi-class cards. And then his epic side is going to be, he is quadruple empowered by the colors of the holy moly. Put the top card of the hero deck next to Claw as sonic frequency. Put any previous frequency and each card from the HQ that does not match. Holy cow! Does not match. I'm like, hold on, okay. Hold on. But any previous frequency in each card from the HQ that does not match, does not share, I don't know where I got the word match from, does not share a color with the new frequency on the bottom of the hero deck, each player gains wound. That's going to be crazy. That's actually going to be insane. We have a cohesive sound construct for his first tactic. Fight, rescue 4 bystanders. This tactic enters the city as a villain whose only ability is escape. This card becomes a master strike that takes effect immediately. I wonder if all hits are going to be like that. His next one is going to be Convert matter to sound. Fight. Each of the players simultaneously KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Put one of those cards with the lowest cost next to Claw as his new sonic frequency. Put any previous frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. We have Ultrasonic Boom. Put the top card of the hero deck next to the Claw's sonic frequency. Each other player must discard a card that shares a color with that. Put any frequencies on the bottom. And then finally we have Cruelty Provokes Resistance. Set aside all heroes from the HQ that do not share any colors with Claw's sonic frequency. Gain one of them. Put the rest on the bottom of the hero deck. Then refill the empty hero spaces, HQ spaces. So it only has one that comes out as a villain. Alright. Finally, we have his... Well, not finally, because we have something else to go through. But we have his villain group. We have Reverend Archib? I don't know. Empowered by red, and then escape. He becomes a scheme twist that takes effect immediately. Next we have Zenzi. Powered by yellow, Zenzi ambush. Zenzi captures a bystander from the HQ for each yellow hero in the HQ. We have Tetu. He's empowered by blue. Ambush, put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemy of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. Same effect for his ability. Tetsu isn't in the city, so Tetu isn't in the city after you fight him, so it wouldn't be blue. Two of those. We have Jakara. He's ambushed by green. KO one of your heroes. There's two of those. And then finally we have Nightshade, who's ambushed by black. You get +1 recruit for each black hero on the HQ, and you get two of those. So those guys are actually pretty straightforward, but they have... It's cool that we run the gamut of all the colors here. Yeah, we go through all the colors. Alright. Last but not least, we have our 4 schemes. So I want you guys... We're going to do a playthrough of everything. We're going to use everything here. You're going to see all this stuff in action. However, we only get to use 2 of these 4 schemes. So I want you guys to pick down below which 2 schemes you guys want to see. If I don't get any votes on them, I'm just going to pick one myself. But if you guys want to see something specifically, then you tell me which ones you guys want to see. And I think what I'll do later this year, I mentioned this before, but redoing some of the MCU sets, so we can like really redo the Black Panther movie and probably Wakanda Forever with some of this other stuff. So we can really do some of the movies kind of more to what happens in the film. So first scheme is going to be Provoke a Clash of Nations. 11 twists. Twist 1 through 8. Without talking, all players simultaneously vote for a fist, palm, or 2 fingers. Break ties at randoms. Then only you discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You must do the voted task below at the bottom of this. How does this work solo? Okay. All players simultaneously vote with fist, palm, or 2 fingers. So then this will just be what you're going to pick. Then only you discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You must do the voted task below by the end of the turn or stack this twist next to the mastermind as an international crisis. So if you do fist, it's war, defeat a non-henchman villain or mastermind tactic. Palm, diplomacy, play 3 heroes of the same hero class. 2 fingers is going to be commerce, recruit 2 heroes from the HQ, twist 9 through 11, do all 3 tasks this turn or add an international crisis. Evil wins when there's an international crisis. So what makes this tricky is you have to choose, and then you have to draw your hand. So you're kind of dealing with whatever the random thing is. That actually is really fun kind of sounding. Okay, next we have Poison Lakes with Nanite Microbots. Sounds like a lot. Twist equal to 5 plus the number of players. So in solo we play with 1. Wound stack is 30 wounds. Twist is stack this twist next to the scheme as an infected nanite. Wound the mastermind. Then for each infected nanite, wound a hero in the HQ, dividing these new wounds as evenly as possible. Special rules: whenever you fight it, recruit a hero or it leaves the HQ, you pay 1 less recruit for each wound on it and choose players to gain those wounds, dividing them as evenly as possible. Whenever a wound is KO'd from anywhere, return to the bottom of the wound stack. And then evil wins when the wound stack or villain deck runs out. So whenever you recruit a hero or it leaves the HQ, you pay 1 recruit less for the hero on it and choose players to gain those wounds, dividing them as evenly as possible. So in solo, you're just taking them all. Stack this twist. Okay, but it won't get too crazy. So it's not like you're gonna get over because there's only the nanite thing only has to do with how many wounds, how many twists there are, and there's only 6 twists in solo. Okay. This one is Plunder Wakanda's Vibranium. Setup is 10 twists representing vibranium. Twist, put any vibranium. This could actually be part of Age of Ultron. Like if we were to redo Age of Ultron, this would be something that would kind of be more, because he does go get the vibranium. I mean, it's not from Wakanda, I guess, but he does get it from Claw. Put any vibranium from the city into the escape pile. A bystander enters the city as a 3-attack smuggler villain with fight, rescued bystander. Then the highest attack villain captures this twist. Put the top of the hero deck next to the scheme as vibranium attunement. Putting any previous attunements on the bottom of the hero deck. Special rules: a villain holding vibranium is empowered by the colors of the vibranium attunement. Then you defeat them. Put the vibranium in your victory pile worth 3 victory points. And then evil wins when there are 4 vibraniums in the escape pile or the villain deck runs out. And this one would be Black Panther 1. Seize the Wakandan throne for Killmonger and T'Challa to fight. So we have 6 twists. Twist is if the mastermind has throne's favor, they spend it to stack the twist next to the scheme as a tribe Wakanda defeated. Otherwise, the mastermind gains throne's favor. Shuffle this twist back into the villain deck and play another card from the villain deck. Special rules: when you fight the mastermind, you gain throne's favor. Even wins when there are 5 tribes Wakanda has been defeated. This also could work for the Killmonger Black Panther episode with Tony Stark. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's our little unboxing and overview of the Black Panther set for Marvel Legendary. Again, let me know which... now the color fixed itself. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let me know down below which of the 4 schemes you guys want to see, and we'll make it happen. Otherwise, I'm just going to do them. I'm going to hope to get the video out on Friday. I'm doing a little rearranging, so I'm setting up something in a new room. So I'm going to try to have a permanent video set up so I can kind of, the lighting and stuff, kind of get it all sorted out. So, should still come out on Friday, but we'll do a Black Panther playthrough, we'll do Miss Marvel, and then we'll do the other Black Panther playthrough. So that'll be the order regardless of it. We'll see how it works out. So it should be fine in a week. But let me know down below which schemes you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys have gotten this already, if you've been playing it, if you're excited about it. I really am excited about it. I think this artwork is killer. This is, honestly, this might be my favorite artwork. That Dormammu mastermind was like, and then there's this. So the artwork they're doing recently, they're killing it. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.